In today's chapter, we will learn about 3 financial market maps, also 3 concepts, and we are Brandon Castillo, Jocelyn Castro, and me, Catalina Rodriguez. Now, we will start with the 3 mind maps about 3 kinds of market. The first is credit market. It refers to the market through which company and government issue debt on investor. In other words, the credit market gives investor a chance to invest in corporate or consumer debt. Credit market. The small and medium enterprise PYMES investors utilize the credit market in hopes of earning money. For example, short-term commercial paper, junk bonds, and investment-grade bonds.
The money market, it is part of financial market where lending and borrowing take place for short term up to 1 year. The maturity period of financial instrument is general up to 1 year and the risk factor involved is low. Money market. The market fulfills short-term credit needs of the business. The type of instrument involved are promissory notes, bill of exchange, commercial paper, etc. The institution involved are types of investor are financial banks, central bank, commercial banks, etc. The liquidity of the market are high liquidity, and the return on investment are usually low.
Capital market is a market dealing in securities for long-term firms, whose maturity period is more than 1 year. This market has 2 categories. The first, it is offered to the public in general, and the second, these securities are traded by investors. Capital market. The market fulfills the long-term credit needs of the business. The type of instrument involved are equity shares, debentures, bonds, preference shares, etc. The institution involved and types of investors are stockbrokers, mutual funds, underwriters, individual investors, commercial banks, stock exchanges, and insurance companies. The liquidity of the market are comparatively less liquidity, and the return on invest are high because of higher duration.
Now we will explain 3 concepts: lender, broker-dealer, and mortgage. The first concept is lender. What it is? Someone who makes funds available to another with the expectation that the funds will be repaid, plus any interest on or fees. A lender can be an individual or a public or private group. Financial lender is a bank or other financial organization that lends money that is then paid back with interest. Lender is the opposite of borrower. For example, when you borrow money, that money comes from a lender. Other example, this is a lender and this is a borrower. This is a lender and this is a borrower. Banks and credit unions are a good place to start. They are good choice for personal loans, auto loans, credit cards, home equity loans and lines of credit, and small business loans.
The broker-dealer is a natural person, company, or other organization that engage in the business of trading security for its own account or behalf of its customers. As these requirements are stipulated in the security market law, as well as the status and operation regulation of the institution. The broker-dealer is the intermediary between a buyer and a seller. This is a seller, this is a broker-dealer, this is a buyer. They are the only institution that are legally authorized to trade securities. For a stockbroker to be an intermediary of the market, must comply with a series of requirements which are promote the launch of new issues in the market, act as depositories of the securities of its clients, permanently guide investors, users, and the public in general about the harmful situation of the market to facilitate decision making.
A mortgage is a contract through which a debtor leaves a property. As a warrant to one, he makes a loan. In this way, the debtor does not pay his debt. The creditor will have the rights of the sale of the property in order to collect what they owe him. What is a mortgage? Mortgages are usually applied in first property, such as house and land. The second, movable property, such as vehicles and artworks. Therefore, a mortgage is a debt instrument that grants a real right of warrant to the creditor, which uses a good of the debtor as collateral.
If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and in the next chapter we will see in the class.
And
The capital market, it is a market dealing. No! The capital market is a market dealing. No, bueno.
the money market, it is part of financial market where lending and borrowing take place.
¿Está listo?
No, pero
Está listo, está grabando.
Ya, a grabar. A mortgage is a contract through. No! ¿Por qué?
The first is...
¿Qué estás comiendo ahí? Tin, 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 tin. Ya, gracias. Ahí está.
No
A
sé,
mortgage. ¡Pucha!
Lo siento. The broker dealers, ¿ya? As well as in the statutes and operation regulation of the institution